Welcome everyone to another edition of Magic Pod Squad. This draft coverage is brought to you by Advent Health, and it is our pleasure to officially welcome for the first time the 5th overall draft pick. Jalen Suggs out of Gonzaga is officially a member of the Orlando Magic. We are pumped. We are beyond excited about this. I'm not going to lie to you. So let me start by welcoming you, and how's it been, and what are kind of your emotions now with the last 12, 24 hours?
Thank you. I appreciate it. Just exciting. You know, it's been so much fun, you know, and talking and meeting everybody. Now getting out here to Orlando, you know, I walked in my hotel room and they had the jersey laid out on the bed, all the balloons, a nice little care package and a note that they wrote. So, you know, everybody that I've met here has been lovely so far, you know, and greeted me with open arms. And, you know, I can't wait to continue to grow relationships.
So you asked me what I do. That's what I made a little.
You made that?
I had to like confetti on his. No, I had nothing to do with that. No,
have you noticed that a lot of people that you meet have been here a long time?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think that is something that I've heard from everybody this morning.
Right?
Oh yeah. You know, knowing that, you know, people have been here, you know, when the team was great, through the ups and downs, but stay loyal to the team. You know, I think that speaks volumes, the type of people that are in this organization.
You didn't get to see it. Maybe you've seen it after the fact. They pretty well blew the roof off this place when we found out that you were going to be the pick coming here. Have you gotten a sense? Have you heard from Magic fans? What's the reaction been that you've seen?
You know, I've seen great messages on social medias and things like that. And, you know, I FaceTimed RJ, you know, right after I got picked backstage. And, you know, seeing how pumped everybody was in the video that you guys put out. I can't wait to have them in here and to play in front of them and just to show them what I can do. You know, I think in my positive vibe and energy, I think they'll gravitate towards that. And so I really can't wait to meet them.
Can you paint the picture for us? Take us back, right, to the green room. There it is. The Toronto Raptors are on the clock. Is that what you thought you were going to do? Just kind of take us through your emotions and kind of paint the picture for us.
You know, that night, you know, when it started up and, you know, the Detroit Pistons were on the clock, I kind of just let loose, you know, because things were out of my control. There was nothing in that moment that I could do, you know, to alter, you know, wherever I landed. So, I mean, the Toronto did what they felt was right. You know, took my boy Scotty. I'm so happy and proud of him for that. But now I landed here in Orlando, and you know the hat matched my suit. So the way I look at it was meant to be. It was meant to be.
I love it. That's great. Well, we're thrilled about it.
What about the suit, though? Can we talk about the suit for a minute?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was very sparkly. I mean, is that how you describe it? I mean, it was. Take us back to the beginning where you're like, somebody fits you for that, and the whole process of picking that suit, because I know that's a big deal for guys on draft night.
So I wanted it to be perfect. I really wanted it to be unique. So we're going over different materials, different colors. I think it was about a 2-3 week process, you know, going through different looks. And I think the last one that she showed me on the last day, you know, before we had to, you know, pick one and then start making it, was the material that I had. And I knew from the moment I saw it, I had to see it in a suit. And I loved it. It sparkled, it shined. You know, I haven't seen too many people with that look.
No,
so,
well, I actually had one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't want to wear it.
I didn't want to wear it. I couldn't pull it off.
No. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate that.
In 1984, he picked out the best thing off the rack at J.C. Penney. Right. JC, and you were like...
Actually, I think I was in a polo. I'm not sure. So, but let me ask you this. Like, was there family input on your suit or anything like that? Did you have some help, or is that just, it's all you?
Most of it was all me.
Okay.
You know, I had some help with the inside. You know, of course, the part where I had Xavier, the picture of him in there, you know, I talked to his dad and his brother, you know, just asking him. And then, of course, the part of the letter that he wrote, you know, David's funeral. So, you know, I got to help with that. But, I mean, for the most part, the look, and they helped me with the shoes. That was a surprise. I didn't know they were going to do that, you know, putting the logo on my shoe in pink. But other than that, I mean, yeah, it was all me.
It's a lot like my shopping experience.
Oh,
that's what when I go get a suit, it's the same thing.
Great taste.
Laura, pick your clothes out.
Yeah. I always have to have her. She has to come with me.
Suitcase, all that
Does
stuff.
this black shirt go with this black pants? I need somebody with me.
You know, we got to go. It is very easy to find, and I know I mentioned this to you last night, but I had a lot of fun, not only watching your basketball highlights, but the football highlight, right? My goodness, dude. You can't tackle this guy. You can't catch him. You can't. How fun was it for you? You seem to, obviously you love football as well, and I know it was a tough decision for you to narrow in and just go the basketball route, but how much fun was it for you in high school playing both sports? Like
I loved it. I loved it because I'll go, you know, from from the winter to all throughout spring and summer, I'd play basketball. Once it got to 7, 8 months, you kind of get tired. Your body starts to wear down after, continually playing, day after day, weekend after weekend. So then when football rolled around, I always got rejuvenated. It was something that I love to do. I love to switch up, the contact of it, the different mentality you have to have, the way you just work different muscles. So football season was always one of my favorites and still is.
In the 10th grade, soccer, right?
Oh, yeah.
You stepped out on the soccer field and
yeah.
were a dominant soccer player.
You
could be in the Premier League.
This story is hilarious. I was sleeping over at my friend's house, and they had to get up in the morning and go to soccer tryouts. And it was on the way back to my house, so they would have had to pass my house and then go back. So they're like, man, just come. Just have fun with it. Just kick it. So they got me some cleats.
You had never played before?
As a little kid, the rec center and things like that, but
right?
never played a, organized game of soccer. And, I went in, I was jumping up and I was heading it and, I was athletic, I was playing in goal. And
I saw the coach said, after seeing you for about 5 minutes, said, wherever you want. Whatever.
Is that right?
Yeah, and the team was really good. I think we were ranked 6th in the state. So it was a good team. And I really wanted to do it. I really did. But of course, football took a bit of precedence. So.
But see, here's the thing that I wanted to ask you about. That is so out of the norm now, right? There's specialization, and David and I had daughters that played volleyball, right? And you get caught up in the club and the AAU. It is so hard to play multiple sports, let alone football. And one of the things is football coaches are to me, that they want you to be football players, or they'll let you run track, right?
Mm-hmm. Track's one.
And so, how did you manage to pull that off? Obviously, being a great player at both helps, but that's tough to balance, isn't it?
I think the part that made it easy was my love for it. I wanted to be out there, and it was never something that, I was dreading to go do, any day. I wanted to go practice. I love being at practice. I love being in the weight room with the guys. And then, of course, Friday night game nights were the best. Honestly, some of my best memories. So, I think that definitely helped. And, of course, having my family around, being supportive and helping me out, with little things and taking care of my body and, making sure I was doing okay. So, a couple of those two things, it was perfect. I love the switch to football season.
Pretty good bloodlines. I know that there are some football players in your background, in your family.
Yes.
Terrell Suggs, pretty good player.
Oh, yeah. Not too bad.
He's not
Cousin,
bad.
right?
Yeah.
It's a cousin of yours.
Yeah.
Your dad played football and basketball.
Yep.
So was it difficult to pick? At some point, obviously, you had to pick. Mm-hmm. But how strong was the football influence on you?
It was extremely strong, and there was a point where, I was really contemplating, just going and playing football, and getting ready to commit to school and playing football full time. But, I sat down with my dad, one of the most important people to me, and we had a conversation. And we broke it down, pros and cons of each sport, what it would look like in the future. We just came to the conclusion, we knew that we had a very good chance to be here, the position I am today. And it's rare, the chance to make generational wealth, for your kids and your kids' kids and your entire family. So, for as much as I love football, I was okay with just sticking to the what-if stories, and dreams about it and, continuing this hoop dream.
It certainly shows correctly, but you had offers from Notre Dame, Alabama, right? You were highly
Ohio
recruited,
State.
right? You had a chance to. NFL could have possibly been an avenue for you too.
Yeah, the recruiting process for football was so much fun. Going to the games, going and meeting the team, seeing the facilities, I loved it. I think again it was a great switch from basketball. You go from being recruited in basketball, now my football offers are really picking up. It was like I was starting all over again, starting the recruiting process over again. So, it was really fun. Something that, again, I look back on all the time. When football season rolls around, it gets a little hard to stay off the field, but, something that I'm working with.
No flag football games now.
Nah.
On weekends.
None of that.
No, we can't do that anymore. No more doing that. That's off the table.
What's interesting is your obviously so many things that you bring on the floor that we'll get to, but your toughness overall, Jalen. And I think I read somewhere that you've always kind of played up. Right, you've always played against bigger kids. You took a couple of hard hits when you first started playing football, right? But you never backed down from that. He was a quarterback, but he didn't run out of bounds. He took the contact as a defensive back.
That's probably why he's playing basketball.
He lit guys up right on the defensive
Business
end.
decision.
You don't mind contact. You like you play physical. There's a toughness about you.
I've always kind of carried that chip. Being a little guy, I played in seventh grade and 17U. Fourth grade I'd play up sometimes. 16, 15U. Some of the older teams in our program, and they try to push me around and bully me because, of course, I'm the little guy. Who does he think he is coming to play up with us? Like, I'm gonna show him what it's really like. And from an early age, I really took that, personally. Like, I want you to do that, and I'm gonna embrace it. And I think that puts it in the back of their head, like. They have to think about that. Like, I can't just push this guy over. Now I got to figure out, intellectual way, to beat him. So that's something that, I've continued to carry over the years, as I've grown up in both basketball and football.
I had the opportunity to coach high school basketball in the area at a smaller school, and I know in the fall I asked the football coach if I could come out, and I just told all the football players, I'm holding spots, because there's something about there's a not just the mentality, but there's a vision. There's something different, whether it's a linebacker or a quarterback or whatever, that just brings something to the game of basketball. Do you find that as you've gone through the levels and moving to Gonzaga, that football skill, that playing defensive back, playing quarterback, not just from a leadership standpoint, but from a vision standpoint, and seeing the game maybe a little bit differently has helped you?
Most definitely. I think, you look at, I played safety in high school and growing up. So just reading the quarterback, reading where, moving parts are, and then intercepting those passing lanes. That's something that's really helped me on defense, and just playing instinctual. It's not a lot of thinking when I'm out there, doing the things I'm doing. And, when I did them on the football field, now on the basketball court, I just kind of do it. It's natural. And of course on the offensive end, as a quarterback, seeing windows before they open up, passing guys to open areas, not just to them to not where they're stuck. I think that's a huge part. You're dropping back in the pocket and you got to throw between a linebacker and a safety, or a corner and a safety. So, I think definitely just seeing the game in a different way. And, sometimes you see with the long court, full court passes, I'm playing football out there sometimes. So the mental side of it definitely doesn't go anywhere.
Your year at Gonzaga, unbelievable. I mean, captivated the nation, right? 31-1 all the way to the national championship game. And I know you wanted to have that last one, I'm sure, but what a remarkable year. It had to have been an incredible experience for you. What did you learn? What does Mark Few mean to you? What a great team you got to be a part of.
It was so much fun, and we had a great season. We won a lot of games, and I knew that going in there that we would. But I think, the best part about it wasn't winning the games. It was spending time with everybody there, and creating those memories, and them helping me grow. I think that was the most special part about it. I think the word brotherhood is thrown around a lot, in different programs. That's what you want to have. But, if you came into our locker room, you would really feel that. We always hung out outside of the gym. We all loved going to practice, not to practice, but to be there with each other, and spend time with each other. So this is a special year. Coach Few, B. Mike, Coach Lloyd, Coach Roger, I can't say, enough good things about them. They helped me grow on the court as a player. They took me in as family. They brought me around their kids and their wives and treated me like one of their own. So, eternally grateful for everything that they did, while the 7-8 months I was there, and helping me get to this point where I am.
What are your thoughts on the one and done? You obviously had a great experience.
He likes it just fine.
What do you mean? Well,
just fine.
the next couple of years, it may go away. Young men like yourself won't probably spend a year at a Gonzaga. Yeah. There's a good chance that's going to happen, right, in the next few years. What are your thoughts on that? Is that good or bad?
I think everybody's path is different. Everybody has to make a decision that's best for them. Of course, you look at guys like Jalen. I'm super close with, like a brother. He chose the G League route, professional route, and it's no knock. And it's not a bad thing. That was what's best for him, and of course, it worked out. He did great there, and he ended up the second overall pick. So, but I think for me, I wanted to be in college. I wanted to have those experiences, in a dorm with teammates, playing in the NCAA tournament, on the biggest stages. That's what I want. That's where I wanted to be. But for anybody else, I tell them, it's your story. You have to do what's best for you and your family and everything. But I can't say enough good things about what college did to me, and you see where it's helped me get to today.
Jalen, let me start this over. Your phone probably blew up a lot on draft night. Your phone probably blew up a lot when you hit that shot in the Final Four. Which was more?
Oh, the shot. I think the shot was way more. Everybody and all the celebrities and, people I look up to, were reposting it and talking about it, and it was crazy. I had to turn my phone
Who
off.
was the biggest celebrity that you saw like retweeted something that you couldn't
I
believe
think
it?
when I saw Patrick Mahomes talk about it, I was like, oh yeah, I really did something here.
Nice.
I really did something here.
It's one of the great moments in
Absolutely.
in
No doubt.
You're going to see that
history.
every
Forever.
year for the rest of your life.
your kids and
It's
grandkids
Kristen
and their
Leitner,
kids.
it's Goose
Yeah.
Gibbons
Yeah.
banking in a shot from
No
the
doubt.
corner.
No doubt.
It's now Jalen Suggs.
Oh man, and again, I think that's why I said, the college route was it for me. I wanted to have those moments. I wanted to be etched into March Madness and college history. So, again, that was a crazy night, crazy shot.
Well, and you know what, as crazy as that was, and that's what everyone will remember, and they should, the block on Cody Lyle, right? The block to keep it a one-possession game, phenomenal. Just instincts taking over at the end of a game. Well, just take us through that sequence.
Yeah, again, just trying to, give full effort whenever I'm out on the court. It's winning time, 2 minutes tie game, and, just trying to make a play, made a play on the ball, and, then, of course, Drew did a great job of running the floor, and the bounce pass. So, again, just making big plays and big moments is something that, I always want to do. It's something I thrive to do, and, I made it happen that night.
We were in LA that night. We were playing either the Lakers or the Clippers. I don't remember which one. And there was a TV in the back by the locker room. And that's where I was most of the time. I was probably supposed to be out doing my job. But I'm watching this guy and Gonzaga do their thing. And I'm just like, it was play after play. And I was glad nobody was looking for me because it would have been a problem.
We were doing
It
the
would have been a
post game
problem.
with Quentin Richardson, and he was yelling.
Yeah.
Yelling. It was awesome. How about this year? Take us to this year. What are you most excited about? And obviously, it's going to be a learning process, and you'll
You
have
know some
highs.
of these guys, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it should be a fun transition for you.
I can't wait. I can't wait to get started, to get practicing. Summer league, just to get the continuity with these guys and get to playing. Honestly, it's such a great young core. When you look at it, it's honestly really scary. And Cole.
We feel the same way.
Yeah, Cole, RJ, Wendell, Jonathan, Mo. Markel. I think that it just goes on and on. We're so deep. Franz, who came out here with me. I think we all bring individual, and versatility. A lot of skills that, when you couple them together, you put them on the court, and, young guys who are hungry to win and want to win, it's going to get scary. So I can't wait to get playing, get practicing, and, get fans in the Amway.
Good, man, because we're old guys that are hungry to win, too.
No.
You're just hungry.
That's true.
I think I heard you say last night you haven't played 5-on-5 basketball for 4 months. Is that what you said last
Yeah,
night?
not since the championship game.
Wow.
I've done some controlled live stuff,
Sure.
but that's just pick and roll reads and things like that. But I haven't got to be competitive in 5-on-5 setting.
For somebody like you, that has to be. Have you ever gone this long without being in a competitive environment?
Not at all. Not at all. I'm always doing something. I'm always going to open runs, playing knockout ones, things like that.
Yeah.
This has not been easy for me, but
Like playing
I think
cards, playing checkers,
Oh,
you have to win.
then I got to be competitive off the
Okay,
floor.
all right.
Then it just has to carry off the floor if I can't go
Get
do it
this guy
between
to
the
Summer
lines.
League, man. He's chomping at the bit. Let's get this guy to 5-on-5.
What do you think that you do now is going to translate the best for you? What do you think are some things you'll have to work on the most? What do you think on the floor is going to look like for you as you get started?
Of course, I think I can sharpen up, all areas. I feel like I'm really good, in a ton of areas. But now, getting to this league, getting to this point, it's about perfecting those things, get them to an elite level. So, that's what I'm focused on right now. But, I think my versatility is going to be the biggest piece on the offensive and defensive end. Coming in and being able to put different lineups out there with different guards, whether we go small. Now I'm guarding a 3 in Kawhi, PG, some of those guys. I have the ability to do that, and I'm ready to do that, and embracing that. So I think the versatility piece, along with the skills that I bring, and I'm only going to get better, is my biggest piece. I
As
think
you
this organization.
approach,
He doesn't back down from that.
No, not at all.
as you approach your rookie year, what's the best advice you've gotten going into it, and who gave it to you?
I think the best advice I've gotten, and it's from a ton of players, is to just learn how to handle your free time, because you're going to get a lot of free time. That's one I've heard a lot of. But use the vets, use the people who have been here before and gone through what I've gone through, just to help and make the transition that much more comfortable. And then just to enjoy it. These are just things that everybody who I've talked to has told me to do, and I can't wait to do them.
what do you like to do when you do have spare time? You haven't had a ton of it because you're always playing something, but what kind of guy are you? What do you like to get into?
I love my free time being free time. I love to kick back, and I love watching movies. I watch a ton with my dad and my sister and my mom. We have movie nights all the time. Playing video games with the friends. I think it's just the perfect release. Just to have fun and laugh. Relax. And one thing that I'm picking up is golf. That I'm actually looking forward to get better at. Being out here in the sun.
Plenty of opportunities.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Probably be right on the tour.
Well, there's not many golf courses.
Yeah,
around
that's
here.
right. You're coming to the wrong place for golf.
Funny movies, scary. What does the family watch?
We love funny movies. I think my favorite has to be action. But action and comedy are definitely the two big genres that we
Are you
love.
into the superhero stuff?
Oh, Marvel. I'm a huge Marvel
right?
fan.
Who's
yeah.
your guy? Who's your or girl? Who's your favorite
Human
superhero?
Torch?
Nah, my favorite character is Spider-Man. And I can't wait for the new Spider-Man to come out. It's going to be so fun. But I watch all of them. I still have to catch up on Black Widow. I've been pretty busy these past couple of weeks, so I'm a bit behind.
I've heard
but
that's very good.
yeah, I know. So we'll get into it.
I guess just last thing, and then we'll get you. Your family. Family obviously means a ton to you, right? That you've had successful immediate family, extended family. Will they come with you? What's that support system look like? What does your family mean to you as you get started here?
They're my foundation. They're my rock. It takes a village to raise a child, and they've all done an amazing job, in helping me get to this point. And I don't know who will come with me. I know my parents will probably be back and forth. I have RJ's family out here who I know will take me in, and they trust with me. So I'm pretty sure they'll be back and forth. I don't know if my sisters will come just because the situation that we have back in Minnesota at Minnehaha is so great. It's a great family and community there. So we'll wait and see. But knowing that I got people here, like RJ and his family, my boy Cole, to have me take under my wing, look after me, I'm sure it'll make it easier for my parents.
That's awesome. Well, the Steels do Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, at our house.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Right, we'll get you all set up.
Thursdays,
I love it.
Thursdays are night.
And Sunday with the Galactic.
Let's do it.
That's right. We got it. You only got to fill 3 days now. You're good.
Yeah, makes it easy.
Well, this is great, man. You got a lot of people that are excited. We're excited. I know you and your family are most excited, and we can't wait to get started. Good luck the rest of the way, and congrats again.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Listen, I'll make sure I'll tell you when I'm wearing that suit so we don't double.
No, so we don't.
All right,
Okay.
yeah, we can't
that'll
have
be
that.
good plan.
Can't have that.
No,
I think they'll
no.
notice you wear it. It'll be just fine. All right, that'll do it for Magic Pod Squad presented by Advent Health.